We are live. Yes, we're live. Hello, YouTube.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
to the Walmart Wednesday show. And we are here today, Heather and I, to talk about all things Walmart Wednesday. Today, we're going to be talking about some price changes that are maybe happening in your account that you didn't change your prices, cost of doing product removals. We are going to be talking about my ungating methods, what I'm trying right now, sampling different ways of getting ungated, and as always, doing our Walmart sourcing tips of the week. So, how are you today, Heather?
I'm doing great. I say that, but it's snowing in Missouri, and I'm really tired of winter. So I'm ready to move somewhere warm. So
Oh, and I see Nate is in the chat. Hi, Nate. Thanks for joining us. I know Nate has done some ungating. I'll probably have to call Nate for some different ungating tips. If anybody watching or hanging out has questions, you can throw them in the chat. And don't forget to like and subscribe. If you hit that notification bell, then you can be alerted to when we go live. Our Walmart show is every other Wednesday. So I wanted to make sure I shared that. I'm on my laptop today because I decided it was a bright idea to update my big desktop computer before going live. And it's next to me right here, and it is still updating. So I'm going to do my best on my laptop for today's show. Okay, I made a little slide presentation for this week of some things I did want to share. So if anyone has questions, we'll wait for those. In the meantime, I'm going to pop open. I'm going to screen share. It's going to be weird because I'm on my laptop. And I'm going to just go right into my Canva. I would have had downloaded this on it to my computer. I'm trying to see how can I make this bigger. There's got to be a way that this will take up the whole screen. Here we go. Okay. So can you see me as well as my screen?
yes.
Okay. So this is when you go to print your items. This was I threw this item in here just as an example the other day in Walmart. And these are your options for printing out your stickers. So I first tried this one, and then I tried this one because obviously I didn't want letter. So on the one, I'll show it live later where you can see me bigger of how these things print out. To this day, I still cannot resolve this issue. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, and Reno, who's usually on the show with us, he is the one that shared this the other day. And he had compliance documents that were needed in his Walmart account that he was never aware of, never got a notification, never received any type of email. And so he shared how he accidentally discovered this poking around in his Walmart account. So I wanted to make a slideshow of how to find that. So when you are in your Walmart seller account, on the top right-hand side, you have your wagon wheel, and you're going to click that. Then what you're going to do is when the next page opens up, you're going to click here where it says Account Hub. From there, you will be brought to a page that looks like this. And this is where he found that he had some children's product certificate required items in his account with no warning. And then I went and checked mine, and I didn't happen to have any, but I could have. And you checked yours, Heather, and didn't you have some?
I had 2 yesterday, and today it's up to 4. But I have a lot of items in that category, so that's a lower number than I thought I would have.
And like Reno, you never got an email or any type of warning or alert on your account?
I got an email. Yeah, I got an email. So I would say one thing, and I don't know if this is Reno's issue or not, but also in this account section, there's a notification section. So go into your notification settings and really go through there because you can toggle on and off a lot of different types of notifications from Walmart. So
Okay.
go in and check those and just make sure you have everything turned on that you want to have turned on.
Okay. And then lastly, if you go to add things into your account and you're not allowed to sell them, next to the item, you're going to see this. It's going to say error. If you click on error, um, it always pops up the note of why there's an error, or like this one below it that's unpublished. And for me, these were items I knew I couldn't sell. I was just adding them in to my account because I was working on items that I want to get ungated for. So with that, um, I decided to really start working on getting ungated. Now, I didn't really get into Walmart until just prior to the height of Q4 this last year, and I didn't want to bother with trying to get ungated in the thick of Q4. I just was happy to sell what I could sell on Walmart. So now the holidays are over. We're getting eased into the new year. I'm spending some time focusing. So last night, I purchased three different items, three different brands, three different methods to get ungated because I want to see what will stick. Like, what can we really do? Where can we really buy from? How many do we have to buy? Different type of invoices to get ungated on Walmart. So what I did is I bought what I told you right before the show. I closed down that screen. I think it did I say 5 Squishmallow?
I think you said 5
Okay.
Squishmallows.
So
Yep.
I bought 5 Squishmallows off of a website that I used to get ungated on Amazon when Amazon had hard gated me on Squishmallow. Because I had Squishmallow, I had an invoice was approved on, I'm sorry, not Walmart, Amazon. Then Amazon made it to where nobody could sell Squishmallow. And then I got ungated again on Amazon. And it's a website I've used with a lot of my clients. And so I bought 5 Squishmallows from this website, and it's one that Amazon always accepted. So I thought maybe Walmart would accept it. The Squishmallows I got were just shy of being $2 each. So these are inexpensive ungate costs. Then I bought from Amazon, and Amazon was the seller of a Pokemon toy. And it was a Pokemon toy that is on Walmart, and it's profitable on Walmart for my Amazon buy cost, but I only bought one. Then I'm trying to get ungated on Lego. So I bought 8 items off of the Lego website. So my invoice would be from Lego. So these are different denominations of amount of items I got, where Amazon usually requires us to get 10 or more, and from various types of sourcing methods. So I'm going to attempt all of these 3 for ungating, and I'm going to keep all of you afloat with what happens in my cases and if I got approved.
Yeah, you're much more organized than I am. I give you a lot of credit for that. I was more like, okay, what am I not ungated in? What did I sell on Amazon in Q4? Let me pull that receipt and send it to Walmart, and there you go. There's a couple brands that I do want to get ungated, and I am looking at either like Walmart clearance or Amazon deals. Looking for, like you said, that cheap ungate thing. And then when they're going to ask you questions. And I think a lot of people get hung up on the questions that they ask you. Like, one of the things they ask you is, do you have the goods in hand? And you want to tell them yes. They want to know you're not drop shipping. They want
Yeah.
to know you're not going to buy it from Target and ship it to a Walmart customer. If they're going to ask you if you are an authorized, if you're authorized by the company to sell that product. If you're not, then say no, that's okay. I'm not authorized to sell Lego, but I said, the truth. So just tell the truth in those questions. And it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan said, pro tip, you can get ungated on Walmart with a Walmart receipt.
Now,
Yeah.
I did know that. Ryan has told me that before, and I'm going to attempt that too. It's just that because I do so much coaching with students and clients, and I like to test different methods so I can pass on good information. And I wanted to try for Pokemon, Lego, and Squishmallow because I know that these are very good sellers. They are items I've sold on Amazon. The reason I did not use my old invoices or receipts that I had from Amazon is because my deactivation period on Amazon was 5 months long. So you figure for those 5 months, I wasn't buying anything, right? And I definitely wasn't buying anything for Amazon type of resale. So any invoices I would have had, I felt were probably a little too old. So I just wanted things to be very current, very recent.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons I did it this way. I intend, Ryan, to use a Walmart receipt as well. I'm trying to think of what other brand I would like to get ungated for on Walmart. Now, what I want to know, because this is probably what I will do, is there beauty products we cannot sell on Walmart? And I'm not talking the higher end stuff, because I'm not interested in selling the higher end brands on Walmart, but I want to sell like the Maybellines, the CoverGirl, the, let's say store brand vitamins that we could buy and flip on Walmart. Do we need to get ungated in those on Walmart? Or are all of us kind of ungated on that already?
I don't source any beauty anymore. Just
Okay.
There's too much drama with the category for me. I know there's a lot of restricted brands on Walmart, and they seem like they continue to roll out new waves of them. So I would say if it's a brand that you've had trouble with on Amazon, then just know, even if you can get, if you can sell it now, you may not be able to later. And I think with the luxury brands, I think you do have to go through an ungating process, but I don't have the experience with beauty. I'm done.
And I like selling beauty items. I have sold some already on Walmart, and they did not, I was approved automatically. And I thought, well, it's been stuff like Maybelline and CoverGirl type of makeup. So I hadn't ran into anything yet. Ryan did say Gillette, and Gillette can be a good one. So if you are a clearance shopper, especially at stores like Walgreens and CVS, you can get Walgreen clippable coupons. You can combine those with clearance sales on Walgreens. You can get stuff like that. Really good deal if you are a clearance coupon shopper. And items like, Gillette razors and things like that can be really good. I agree with you, Heather. Things that were shut down on Amazon, like Clinique. I'm not going to try that kind of stuff on Walmart. And that is more of a luxury brand makeup. I'm talking like the kind of makeup you can get in Walmart, I want to sell on Walmart.
Yeah, I would think that, if you're going to go source CoverGirl, find something that Walmart's not selling, right? And then, like you said, go source it from Walgreens or somewhere. But
yeah, I love sourcing stuff like that from Walgreens. Walgreens has great sales and deals on vitamins and makeup because I used to source them for Amazon there. And I love Walgreens. So I'm really looking to getting into buying things from Walgreens that I can flip on Walmart this year. So if there's things in that category I need ungated, I definitely want to buy them at Walmart. So I will find a Gillette thing I cannot sell. And per Ryan's recommendation, I'm going to go into Walmart and use a receipt for that ungating method. So that's 4 ungating methods. And it does help me to help, all of you who join us on our Walmart Wednesday show to let you know, hey, this worked, this didn't work, let's see what sticks.
Definitely list the Gillette first. So if you guys don't watch Ryan on his YouTube channel, go check him out when he's sourcing. But he picked up some Gillette clearance stuff one day, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to list it on Walmart and see what happens. And I got an IP error, not even not apply to ungate, but it was a hard, IP issue. So make sure you're listing. If you find that clearance, list it in store. Make sure, check out what error you get to see if you can ungate or if it's hard restricted for you. I'm just not as special as Ryan, so they're not going to let me.
So, Ryan, can you sell Gillette on Walmart? Are you allowed to sell it on Walmart? I would like to know. All right. So going backwards, we're going to jump around like I have ADHD. When I showed you guys a screenshot of the bubbles that we can click on Walmart when we need to print a sticker to label items that are not listed on Walmart under the actual UPC code. Because as you know, if it is, we do not have to label our items as we do on Amazon. So my one sticker, I can't remember which was which. It came out. See, I've got these square labels like this size are mine. And so I chose the label that was for this size, and it came spread out across 3 of them like this. So I happen to have still these longer stickers like this for my Rolo. So I chose both different sizes. I did lots of experimental prints, and this is what I get. And remember, this is just for one thing. It just doesn't work, and it's huge. And I have tried to screenshot, I have tried to rotate, I have tried to do all of the things. And to this day, this is my issue. So what I end up doing is I end up choosing the computer sheet, the regular 8x11, whatever it is on there, and I throw in sticker sheets and I cut them out with scissors. It's very time consuming. And then it's very hard to peel them off of that sticker sheet, right? Because you don't have that the edge to be up. So then you're in there like really trying to get that sticker off. So this still continues to be my nemesis with Walmart and being able to just easily print out a freaking label.
So Tina, I'm using Rollo. So I think you use Dymo.
I use
Rollo.
Dymo.
Okay. But I use a Mac like you. And what I do is when my print box comes up, like I don't worry about those settings. I click on the system dialog.
I've tried that too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to call you the next time and have you walk me through it.
Because I just rotate it. I just do landscape and rotate
I've done
it.
that.
And that way it prints fine for me.
See, and I've done that and I still get that. So it's either really just me being a user error. So next time I need to print a sticker, I will message you. And if it works, I'm going to record you and I doing this as a tutorial because I can't be the only one out there that faces this issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Call me next time and we'll see if we can get you going. So that's interesting. Okay.
So this is what Ryan says about Gillette. He says they regate me often, same as HP Inc. But even when they error it with an IP, I just send them receipts again through trust and safety. I wonder if they keep regating you often. I mean, for one, it has to be really worth your time and you're making profit to keep going through that BS. Secondly, is it going to end up being like with Amazon, for instance, sometimes let's use Clinique as an example. Maybe people were going through that with Clinique and then eventually it's like, no more, everyone's done. And we're bearing this hatchet. So, if Gillette's going to start coming after people so that's kind of interesting because Walmart is definitely like Amazon was earlier on with things. But I guess because of all of my years on Amazon, I have to take that knowledge with me going into Walmart, knowing that Walmart can possibly take on these business models within Walmart. I feel like we have to take our knowledge from Amazon and apply it to Walmart, even if it's not that way now. Always kind of have that in the back of our mind.
Yeah, what I got out of that whole thing is Ryan is very persistent and just gets in there and doesn't take no for an answer, which is probably good, where I tend to go, never mind. They said IP, I'm moving on to something else. So if you can have that moat around you where you're one of the few people that can sell that thing, then that's great, right? Because I think as we're seeing a lot more people come onto Walmart, there's certain things where there's going to be a lot more competition. Like toys, I see toy listings with 1 million people on them now. Yeah. So, I want to find things to ungate too beyond the obvious ones and those brands that not everybody is selling, and there's a lot less competition too. So look for those opportunities. And
that reminded me, once you said that, then something pops in my head. Today, I'm supposed to create a listing on Walmart. So I have items that are mine, private label items. And today, because it's Walmart Wednesday, I work on all things Walmart today. I am actually going to create a couple of private label listings on Walmart today. Now, this is going to be a story that is don't do as I do, but do as I say kind of a thing. So we all know that we are supposed to buy UPC codes from the GS1 database, especially on Amazon. It has to be under the name brand on Amazon because they do check. Walmart is like Amazon in the Wild West where it doesn't matter. And so I have some purchased UPC codes the way we used to do that will not align with what my brand name is. But right now on Walmart, that doesn't matter. So because I don't want to pay $30 a pop for a UPC code on some private label listings that I'm trying to see if they'll sell on Walmart as well as they did on Amazon, I'm going to do the no-no method. I'm going to buy the no-no UPC codes and use those because I know that I can get away with it. So, with that being said, don't necessarily do as I do. I'm spreading bad news, but that's what I'm going to do. Would you do that, Heather? Would you do like a purchased UPC code to make a listing if the UPC code did not match the brand name on Walmart? Are you trying to be very careful from the starting gate on Walmart?
So I'm not perfect. I don't mind getting into some gray areas. Like, for sure, I need to start creating listings. And, I definitely have like some things I've done multi-packs and, multi-packs of certain things on Amazon that I can't sell there anymore. So I want to move those types of things over. So I have no problem buying, an eBay barcode and going down that path for now.
Yeah, I don't either. Once I see that Walmart does, if they ever enforce that the way Amazon does, obviously I will not do that anymore. Just like with Amazon, I really did follow all of the rules. But the things that I was doing in the beginning with Amazon, like buying barcodes off eBay, is because that's what everybody did. And there was no rule about it. Right. And then once it became a rule, then I followed the rule. And that's kind of the way I'm going to go about my Walmart business as well. And I am definitely more like Ryan. I will push the envelope. I don't take no for an answer either. When during the pandemic, I was hit by Kellogg for being on a Pop-Tart bundle. I did not create the Pop-Tart bundle. It was not one of mine, but I found it. I jumped on the bundle. It was like blueberry, cherry, and strawberry, box of the 3 flavors. And Kellogg came after me for IP for this Kellogg Pop-Tart bundle. And I can't recall what the name brand was, but I'm sure it wasn't Kellogg. I'm sure it was, Susie's Pop-Tart bundle. And I wasn't the only one hit. Everyone on that listing was hit. And Kellogg wanted me to promise to never sell Kellogg again on Amazon in order to retract this deal on Amazon. And it was the email was sent to me by, those companies that say companies like Kellogg's will outsource to file the claims against you. You email them, they never email you back. It was a company like that. I spent over a week trying to get in touch with somebody at Kellogg daily. And so I was trying to find the law offices for actual Kellogg. I ended up through somehow, some way, getting a hold of human resources at Kellogg, asking for the name of the person that's sending me this email. And I ended up getting a hold of the actual guy that is in charge of allowing people to become a distributor for Kellogg or be approved to do the Kellogg. Well, because it was during the pandemic, I was not approved to be able to get the account. I still have his name and his email. And he had told me, once the pandemic is over and we're not like, price gouging with groceries and, because at the time food was the issue, he says, definitely reach out again. And he made sure that they retracted that on my selling account on Amazon. So that ding fell off. I promised them I wouldn't sell the Walmart or the Pop-Tart bundle on Amazon anymore. And I thought, wow. And now I have a contact to become a distributor for Kellogg.
There you go.
So persistence does pay off. I mean, for me, it's always was about more so fighting my account health than anything else, because my account health on Amazon above all was the most important. And look where that got me.
You're such a bad girl, Tina. Yeah, it just, at least so far the punishment isn't as harsh on Amazon or on Walmart as it is on Amazon.
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll play in the gray areas until they tighten things up, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Ryan asked about if anyone's tried used listings on Walmart. I'm approved to do collectibles, but I haven't done any yet. A little concerned about the seller protections with some of the stuff.
Yeah, I
Most of that
haven't
stuff I can't buy.
either. Yeah, I have not either. I would though. I would do that. I would do used on Walmart. Our friend Nicole has done collectible for older items that are brand new in box. But you can't buy them anymore, right? It was made in 1996, let's say, but it's still brand new in the box. So I know that she has listed things on Walmart under the condition collectible. and sold them well, high dollar, and knock on wood, she was lucky enough that she didn't get any, oh, my package is missing type of
Yeah.
things to happen to her.
Yeah, I think, if you go down that path, I think, if it's, obviously if it's, for me, if it's over $50, I'm going to add the signature confirmation and make sure you have the enough profit to do that. And they were having some great incentives on reduced or no referral fees for a while. I don't know if that time period is over yet, but
Oh, duh. And that's one of the big things I wanted to talk about today is price changes. So hold on just a second. If any of you have ever sold something, you had it listed um, for, let's say, 29.99, and then you see that you just sold it for $20 and you didn't lower your price. I don't know if anybody has had that happen to them, but that was a thing I forgot to put into my slides. I wanted to do the steps how to get there. But Walmart, to find out if you are part of the Walmart's incentives, um, Walmart is lowering the prices, but you are still making your full price sale, your part, even though it may be sold for $5 less than you actually have it offered and listed for. So, to find out if you are part of the Walmart incentives, you go into your Walmart Seller Central account, go to your pricing. So, you're going to navigate to the pricing section. From there, there is a tab called Incentives. So you're going to go to the incentives page where you can manage and view details about Walmart funded incentives by selecting Manage Incentives and choosing the relevant option from the drop down menu. You can also see information about reduced referral fees and other incentives on this page. So that is one thing I have noticed is some people are saying, hey, has anybody else had Walmart sell their item for less than what you offered it? I didn't drop my pricing. I didn't change my pricing. Like, what's going on? And then they look and they see that they are, or if they haven't looked, they may be in this Walmart incentives program. Walmart just put you in it. And it's not a bad thing because you're still getting paid the full commission.
yeah, I haven't had any examples where I've seen, oh my gosh, my price is lower. And as soon as I go look, I see it's a Walmart funded incentive. So I'm all for that. I have seen in Facebook posts that people are saying that they have some that they're not a Walmart funded incentive and the prices are lowering. So just keep your eye on that. And then, make sure, are you manually repricing? Are you using Walmart's repricer? Are you using another repricer? Just kind of look at all that stuff, but keep your eye on it and see what you see.
Yeah, and even just look in there, regularly, like on your weekly maintenance. If you have a weekly Walmart maintenance day, go in there and check these things. Check for toy compliance. Check to see if you're part of any seller incentives on some of your products at Walmart. That's can be a really great thing. The other thing I wanted to address on today's show is how much does it cost to return an item from Walmart? So you have inventory left over from Christmas, candy canes, whatever it is, and you don't feel like you are going to sell them now as we are in February and you want to pull out some of your inventory. I want to say that if it is less than 2 pounds, it's 35 cents plus 40 cents per pound. 3 to 500 pounds is 35 cents plus 20 cents per pound over 2 pounds plus, if it's over 2 pounds, plus 40 cents per pound. That sounded weird coming out of my mouth. I'm going to make a little banner here so it makes a little bit more sense when you see it written out. So this is the Walmart fees for pulling your inventory out of Walmart. I believe this is a lot cheaper than Amazon removal fees. And if you're curious, for those that sell on Amazon also, if you use Inventory Lab, sometimes it's easier to find this type of information in Inventory Lab than it is poking around inside of Seller Central. But in Inventory Lab, you can actually track your removal fees and what those cost per item. In Amazon, you have to go downloading a report and seeing what that is on your removal fee report. And it's pretty expensive on Amazon. I've not done a WFS removal to be able to tell you how to navigate and find all of this information. But I did do the research, and this is what I found on what it costs to remove things from Walmart.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I think a lot of us got into Walmart and we just start selling, right? And you just kind of go in blind, or a few things and you go. But I think for me, I'm trying to make sure I'm really getting deep and in the weeds with the financials and the fee structures and everything. So make sure you spend some time, like in Seller Central, in the very upper left-hand corner, there's 9 little dots there. If you click on that and you go into that marketplace learn is one of the options. Make sure you're spending time in there and going through these fee structures and understanding what things cost. And it goes through everything, all the referral fees and the removal fees and all that stuff, because you just want to make sure you're making good business decisions. And more importantly, like on a day-to-day, make sure you're pricing your stuff at a profitable place, right? Don't sell something for $9.99 and forget there's an extra dollar referral fee in there, or not referral fee, but an extra dollar fee for being under $10. So make sure you're pricing to be profitable. But yeah, I've done the removals are pretty easy. You just go under under the on the left hand side of your Seller Central, you do WFS and then click on removal orders, and then then there's a blue button up in the top corner. You just click remove inventory and then just kind of follow the instructions. They do prefer, so with Amazon, everything is spread out so far. I don't really worry about I go in once a week and I do everything I can and whatever. But Walmart does say, try to do multiple items at once. So I just got one back yesterday because I had, stuff like an advent calendar that didn't sell and some pumpkin whatever that didn't sell. But I did it all at once. It all came back in a box. It was nice. Nothing was damaged. But they're definitely looking at that efficiency of that shipping cost to come back to us. And that's basically what that 40 cents per pound shipping cost, if we do that in one box, it's going to be a little bit.
But that's really reasonable. That's really, really reasonable. Ryan shared this with me here, so I'm going to pull this up. Ryan shared that Walmart, you can save up to 30% on referral fees when you switch to simplified shipping settings by April the 15th. I did see something pop up when I logged in to Walmart Seller Central this morning, that there was a new easy shipping template, but I didn't want to click it yet because I wasn't ready to focus on it. I was just trying to get out some Walmart merchant fulfilled orders this morning and do some other things, but I was going to read that. I'm guessing that maybe is part of that message. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I started looking at that today. I need to spend a little more time with it and decide, but Walmart has been good about, they roll out with something new and then there's an incentive to use that. So definitely, take some time and learn what those things are and see if they're a good match for you. A great example, like in Q4, if you shipped in inventory before October 31st, you didn't have long-term storage fees. I mean, I think I paid Walmart I don't know, it was less than $30 in storage fees in December, which is
awesome. Yeah.
Incredible,
Yeah, what were you sharing this morning? That seller board let you know when you were looking at your seller board stats. You shared something this morning of your profits.
Yeah. So, and everything isn't apples to apples, but in the month of January, knowing what I know now, and there's a 2-week delay in some of the Walmart reporting, but if I did in January, I did a third of my volume on Walmart, 2/3 on Amazon, but my profit at the end of the month, I had more profit in Walmart than I did out of Amazon. Now, I did a lot more November, December volume on Amazon. So January, I got hit with those returns and stuff. So it's not, a 1-to-1 comparison, but it's really nice having that Walmart profit there, when you do have a bad Amazon month. And my profits per item are a good amount higher on Walmart than they are on Amazon.
Yeah, and these are really great things to track. And I know in our mastermind group, we all started the year 2025 off with tracking things on spreadsheets that we took what reseller mom and I were already doing, and then we added some things to it, especially now getting more into Walmart and eBay in the mix. And we are all tracking our numbers and our percentages. So that was just from month one. And so it'll be a really interesting journey, and that we will obviously share with all of you who watch us, these differences that we're noticing with, our shipping costs into the different platforms, the percentage of profits we get to keep from the platforms. Tracking this really does allow us to know where to spend more of our time.
Yeah, definitely.
And Brian says he tracks nothing. One of the people in our mastermind group never tracked anything either. So for her, it's going to be a great journey. For people like Heather and Casey, myself, and Lucy, we are all big trackers. And Casey, who will probably be joining us next week here, or the week after, on our Walmart Wednesday show, to replace Reno, as he is going to be, going through some surgery and things right now. Reno's just a little down at this time. She is also a bit newer to Walmart, but part of our group, and she's excellent with spreadsheets and tracking numbers and where our time is best spent. And so it will be interesting on her and I's journey, because we are definitely the two newest ones to Walmart.
Yeah, I prefer to just fly by the seat of my pants and not track anything, but I know I have to
Yeah.
so that I can make good decisions. And for me, it's really about, as I'm looking at 2025, and we're all saying the words diversification, right? But it's taking me more time to build my Walmart business, but I wanted to make sure that it's the right decision, right? And so looking at the numbers tells me, all right, I'm making more per item on Walmart. Yes, the velocity is slower in most cases than Amazon, but as I'm changing my business and I'm increasing my percentage of Walmart business and lowering my Amazon, it should make me more profitable throughout the year.
Yeah. Yeah. And, Reno, I was kind of like you too. I used to just fly by the seat of my pants. As long as I was paying my bills and had enough to keep buying stuff and keep paying my bills, I was good with that. Right. And trying to track my numbers confused me to no end. It's very different than managing your personal finances. But once I got in the habit, and it took me a while, because it was just a little bit hard for me and confusing for me. And Reseller Mom made a spreadsheet and helped things make sense for me. And then it becomes a self challenge. Like it actually pushes me a little bit more in one way or the other. And I'm constantly honing in on it. I would say I've been doing it strong now for 3 years. So definitely my first year was a little sloppy. I was doing it, but I was going through the motions. I'm like, does any of this even matter? So that first year it was a slow go for me. By the second year, I was like, okay, I get this now. Like it's something shifted in me. And yeah, so and now this year I'm all about it.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Good advice, Nate. Good advice. The turtle always wins the race.
We also missed, Nate had responded earlier about with the child compliance, like what do we do?
Oh, I missed that. I'm
So,
sorry. Yeah. So yeah, let's address that.
yeah, my preferred method is just to ignore it and hope it goes away or sell through. But I guess with there being less sellers on Walmart, I might do a little research and see if I can find some of those compliance docs to upload. But if not, then I'll probably just sell through and go from there.
And with the child compliance documents, isn't there that link on Walmart where Walmart even has some of them? There is a link, and I have it somewhere, where, because I used to use this link for Amazon. When Amazon needed compliance documents, oftentimes Walmart actually had them, and there was this link for Walmart. And I would go to Walmart and see if I could find them. I would download those compliance documents so I could upload them to Amazon to be in compliance. Do you have that link? Are you aware of it?
I'm not, but I'll find it.
Yeah. And I can share it on our next
Okay.
Walmart show.
Yeah. And some of mine, that kind of makes sense to me because I was surprised because I thought I would have a million of these and I only have, the 4. And the ones I'm getting aren't toys. Like,
Oh, okay. They're like topicals or something, like
no,
body lotion or
no, it's like a Crayola marker, like a kid's pencil, things like that. So I don't even know if they're categorized correctly. Like I may be able to just do a case and say it's not a toy, but it's not like none of my 4 are actually a toy. So maybe they already have the compliance docs for most of that stuff.
All right. And Casey says, she says, yes, Google Walmart SDS document, and it's the first link. So I'm going to do that. Walmart SDS document.
I use that site for SDS sheets. I don't know if that's the same. I didn't know that site had the toy compliance stuff there too, though. Maybe it does.
Well, there is a link that comes up for me, but it's more of like an overview and what it is, but not where I get them that I see. Let me see if it's this link. Nope. It might, nope, it's not that one either, or is it? Nope. There are some different ones coming up. Yeah, so it's not coming up for me, Casey. I'm sure it is for you. You know how everyone's, I swear, computers are different. I do have that link saved in one of my files. I just can't tell you which one. I'm trying to get more organized with my files as well this year because over the years and years of learning, and then I've kept things in different places. I keep some things on Google Sheets. I keep some things on a Trello, and my original Google Sheets sometimes are buried, and my newer ones that I'm currently working on don't have it. And so I really need to spend a day to organize all of this together. And that is actually on my to-do list.
Yeah, Casey, I use that Works, WERCS site for the SDS sheets, but maybe it's different than what you're talking about.
Yeah, Works is one that I have been on before as well. Let's see here is one link I found. Let's see if this is the other link. Okay. I think it works. I think that's what it is. Okay. I'm going to share these in the chat. 2 that I found that I've used. Here is one. Oops. Why isn't it? Oh, it won't let me share. Oh, here it goes. Okay. So that one is from Walmart. And this one is another one that I have used, and I'm going to post this one in the chat. So yes, Works is the one I used.
Yeah, that's just for SDS sheets. I don't think it has the toy compliance.
Casey says she's half listening to us and working. Well, you're doing good for being a half listener.
Yeah, we'll dig more into that. But yeah, my what I've always done with Amazon is I just ignore it and either goes away or I recall the inventory or sell through it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get more dedicated.
All right. So in the last little bit of our show here, we are going to do Heather's sourcing tip.
Yeah, I was trying to think about what to do this week. And so this is maybe just going to be pretty basic, but I don't know if anyone needs to hear this. But I think storefront stocking is going to be my tip of the week. So and there's a number of ways I do that. Everyone, knows, yeah, Doug, storefront stock, right? But is think about like there's less sellers on Walmart. So a lot of times I see the same store names over and over and over
I
again.
have 2 now.
So like I was sourcing in a store and I was at the clearance section and I was scanning pet products and everyone that I saw the same store name. So guess what? I know that person sources the clearance at that store.
Yes.
So that is one of my new Walmart best friends, my secret best friends that
And
I
they
know.
don't even know you're besties yet.
Yeah, they don't know we're besties, but we are. And so that's one example of it. And so as you kind of learn where people, to me, it's easier on Walmart to see where people are sourcing than it is Amazon sometimes. But, I can tell, if I'm at that store and we're finding the same things. Another way I do it is when I'm online. I do a lot of stuff on my laptop as well. Same kind of thing, so there's a store that I've been seeing just everywhere the past couple weeks as I'm sourcing a bunch of different ways, and they're just on everything. So I start storefront stalking them today, and I see a product brand and type that I don't normally source. So then, I've got Martyr up over on the side, and I do the reverse sourcing, and takes me to a website for that product, and 75% off sale. And so I'm going to spend my afternoon going through that and then dig deeper into that store. So let others pave the way for you. That's really a great thing to do on Walmart. But if someone's sourcing that thing, it's pretty easy to find more, right? If, and that, like the one store that I was in store scanning, it's a store that I'm really trying to expand that. It used to be a good store for me with Amazon, but it's not as great anymore for certain reasons. And now I'm focusing on Walmart and finding a lot, but I'm going to find a lot more faster because I'm following someone else.
I did that with just one store in Q4. I was buying some lotion. And
Nate, that's exactly who I was storefront stalking today.
That's funny. You storefront stalked this person today?
Absolutely. Yeah,
That's
totally
hysterical. Well, maybe they're all over Walmart then. Maybe they're a drop shipper, especially if everyone's seeing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was a lotion I was selling at Christmas time, and I noticed every time I was researching the different scents of the lotion that they have, there was this seller on every single listing. So that's what I did to them. And what I was doing is when I was storefront stalking, I went to their store. And then to see all items, then what I was doing, because what's interesting is it will show the items that they did sell that are now sold out.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did do is I sorted it. You know how you can filter sort from the cheapest to the most expensive, or different sorting methods. I then when I go to their store, I sort it by best seller.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to look at it that way, like, well, what's the best sellers? And then starting from that end, because all of us have things we're selling that some things sell really, really good, and some things are very slow sellers. So just because they have it in their store doesn't mean it sells well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Last weekend I was doing some OA sourcing, and there was a particular site that had a sale, and I found a seller, and then they only sell that product on Walmart. So then I did the exact same thing. I went through the best sellers that they had, and then tried to find those matches on the site I was on, and found, some things that I'm testing. So
yeah.
Very
cool. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching us today and hanging out with us. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop those below before we log out. Other than that, next Wednesday will be Nicole and I talking all things eBay. And the week after that, we'll be back here again with Walmart Wednesday. And just like at the beginning of the show, I'm trying to remember to do this at the end of the show, to like and subscribe and to follow us, especially if you are into selling on Walmart. I cover eBay topics as well as Amazon topics. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. It's really fun being so much more confident in Walmart than when I started Walmart Wednesday with you guys. When I started, I was absolutely green. Like, I knew nothing. And, here I am with my Martyr, my MOA. I've done shipments now. And now I'm starting ungating. I hadn't done that yet. I really procrastinated because I wasn't ready, but now I am.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.